I'm Misty.
And I'm Ike.
For the next 15 minutes,
We're going to debate pop culture.
my background's in music.
My background's in film.
I know the topics beforehand.
And I don't.
We check the internet for the facts,
And ruin it with opinions.
from pop rocks in your lunchbox.
To Happy Meal toys and swatch clocks. Hello, Halloween Misty.
Hello, Halloween Ike.
What do you want to do today?
What to ruin? Halloween!
Ruin it! Ha ha ha. Let's get right into today's episode.
I think we should.
Without any further ado, let's meow.
Let's meow. Meow.
Meow meow.
Meow right now.
Halloween meow.
Halloween meow. I could literally sing that forever.
All year.
And Jack's Lament, one of my favorites.
I need to re-listen
What a
to
great
it.
soundtrack. Danny Elfman.
Danny, what a guy.
But that kind of leads me into what we're going to talk about today.
Which is?
The King of Halloween. Tim Burton.
Hey!
Yeah. We're going to do a whole episode dedicated to one person, which I don't think we've ever done.
I like his snowboarding boots. Tim.
I don't want to ruin this for you.
Don't.
But those aren't actually Tim Burton's boots.
Well, not his personal boots. That would be silly.
It's not actually.
Burton Snowboards. Check it out. When he's not making movies, this episode is brought to you by Tim Burton.
It's not actually his company.
Well, let's talk about him.
Okay. So I think of Tim Burton as the King of Halloween.
Yep.
Because all of his movies, I want to watch them at Halloween time. Even though, oddly enough, a lot of his movies are based around Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah. So you've got The Nightmare Before Christmas. You've got Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah.
You've got Sleepy Hollow, The Corpse Bride, Sweeney Todd, Dark Shadows, Frankenweenie,
Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice, Batman Returns, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Alice in Wonderland, and one of my personal favorites, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which the book was so fantastic, and I think he really did justice to it. So he often works with a couple of different people. You know, there's Danny Elfman, who composes all of his music.
What a composer, that guy.
And Johnny Depp, who plays in a lot of his movies.
That is true. I'm seeing that now.
Yeah.
Edward Scissorhands,
Yeah.
Sleepy Hollow, Dark Shadows.
Yeah. As well as
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Helena Bonham Carter, who he
Oh.
previously was, I don't think they were married, but I think they were partners for a really long time.
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah. So I think that we should just deep dive into Tim Burton.
Let's get all up in the Tims.
You know that Tim was born in Burbank?
I did not know that.
Tim Burton was born in Burbank. I think that Tim Burton was born in like Transylvania. He was not. He was born in Burbank.
It should be Tim Burbank then.
It should be Tim Burton Bank.
Tim Burton Bank.
Tim Burton Bank. His dad was a minor league baseball player.
No way.
Yeah. And you kind of think like somebody like Tim Burton, when you look back and you're like, I wonder what Tim Burton was like as a kid. I tend to think like he'd be like the weird kid, but he wasn't. He played sports.
Well, you can be weird and play sports, can't you?
Not generally.
Okay.
That's not how it works, really. Yeah, he was big into sports as a teenager, which I think is super cool and random. He was a jock. He swam and he played water polo.
Interesting.
Yeah. So he also, after that, went to the California Institute of Art and found himself working at Disney.
Really?
Yeah.
Like in Burbank?
Yeah.
Interesting. As an animator?
I believe so. Oh, yeah. While at Disney, he helped to animate The Fox and the Hound. Oh, I
Also
love
a great,
The Fox and the Hound.
great bar in the valley.
Indeed, it is, actually.
Happy hour from 4 to 7 every day.
Yeah.
This episode's brought to you by the Fox and It.
So what happened after that, as he's working at Disney, he starts to animate, and he also is making his own like short films. And they look at his short films and his animations, and they say these are too scary for little kids. His first short film that he did was something called Vincent, and it was about a little boy who wants to grow up to be Vincent Price.
Did you know that that was a stop motion film?
I did not.
Do you know what's involved with stop motion?
I do, but tell everybody else.
One singular picture at a time. Yeah. Just like animation. And you barely move, and you take another picture, and you barely move, and you take another picture. Mm-hmm. It's painstakingly hard.
Yeah. So cool, though, that was what he did. I mean, he was obviously like a compulsive drawer since he was a kid.
Yeah, he did they don't say specifically what it is, but it says either graphic designer, art director, or concept artist for Tron.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
I would not have expected that.
The Fox and the Hound, Tron, and the Black Cauldron.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Do you know that the characters, Edward Scissorhands and you yourself, Jack Skellington, came from stuff he drew when he was a little kid?
Oh, I'm sure.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Can you imagine having that broad of a imagination as a child? I can't.
I can imagine imagining it.
I can't. I mean, I had a pretty vivid imagination, but nothing like that. You, my friend, Jack Skellington, are also his favorite character.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's his favorite character that he has ever made.
Yeah, now, does Jack appear in more than one film?
He does. Jack Skellington is a pirate in James and the Giant Peach.
Really?
Yeah. 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 Now, let's take a little dive into some Tim Burton that I don't like.
Okay.
Planet of the Apes.
Really? Well, it's not the first one.
No. It's one, like a couple in a very long line.
Yeah, it's
but
which
he
Planet
directed
of the Apes?
it, and he hates it.
He hates it.
He hates apes.
Well, why did he do it?
Because I think that he probably saw something that was a little like wacky and strange and thought, I want to see what I can do with that.
Oh, this is the original reboot, Planet of the Apes.
Well, the reboot.
I didn't think they gave him the first one because there's like 9 of the new ones.
Right.
It's Planet of the Apes, Return of the Planet of the Apes, all that stuff. I didn't know he did the first one. Interesting.
That's weird.
Let's see if I can find one that I don't like.
Okay.
I was never a big Beetlejuice guy.
Really? Oh, I love Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
I really did like Dark Shadows, though. I thought that was
Dark
hilarious.
Shadows was amazing. Yeah. You know what? Since you like Dark Shadows, I'm going to recommend that you also at some point dive into What We Do in the Shadows, which is a very parody.
Can't do it.
Cheek. Really?
Yep.
Didn't like it?
I didn't like the show.
Loved it.
And I love those guys.
Consumed it in like a day.
Those the guys from that 2-guy band that had a show on HBO.
The Flight of the Conchords.
Yes, loved that.
Yeah.
Loved their live music special.
Yeah.
Just couldn't get into Dark Shadow.
Huh. I'm surprised.
I love every single person that's in that cast, and I love every person that worked on it. Like all the crew, everybody.
Yeah.
I just couldn't do it.
Huh. Okay. Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Yeah.
So back to Beetlejuice for a second.
Yeah.
One of the things that you remember about Beetlejuice clearly is Beetlejuice's outfit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right?
The tuxedo.
And the striped socks.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, my nose itches. I think it's from all this blue-green makeup on my face.
Someone is thinking about Halloween.
Someone is thinking about Halloween. So the pinstripe socks come from Burton himself. He always wears pinstripe socks as good luck.
Really?
Yeah, wears them to movie premieres and special occasions.
I like pinstripe socks.
His lucky charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a mutual friend who we won't say who they are, but they sat next to Tim on a flight, and Tim doodled something on a cocktail napkin for him.
I don't even know what to say to that. I'm so jealous I can't even speak right now.
Yep.
I would have so many questions. I would be that annoying person, and I'm never that person.
Okay, we're on the plane.
Okay.
I'm Tim.
Okay.
The tool man, Burton.
Okay.
And we sit down.
Yeah.
And I'm just chilling, being Tim.
Yeah.
How long do you go before you say anything?
You know, I think I would start it out as we sat down, and I would just say something very simply like, it's an honor to get the chance to sit with you.
Oh, I'm flattered. Thank you. What is your name?
My name's Misty.
I'm Tim. Very nice to meet you.
Hello, Tim.
Would you like me to draw something on a cocktail napkin for you?
I would kill a lot of things in this world for you to draw something on a cocktail napkin.
Well, that's not necessary. I'll do it for free.
Okay. I like that. I have some questions, Tim.
Okay. Shoot. Don't shoot. We're on a plane.
Okay. Can we talk about Edward Scissorhands?
We can.
Do you not want to?
It's it's just one thing I get asked about a lot. But go ahead. Maybe you have an original question.
I don't.
Okay.
How about Beetlejuice?
Is that the question about Edward Scissorhands? Is how about Beetlejuice?
No, not particularly.
What's the
Actually, yeah, I do have a question about Edward Scissorhands.
Okay, go ahead.
Was it super exciting to get to work with Vincent Price? Because I know that he's long been a character in your life, and you draw inspiration.
Well, the thing about Vincent is I'm going to have to Google him.
Was it hard to get Vincent Price to be in Edward Scissorhands?
Well, just looking up Vincent Price real quick.
You know that Vincent Price is the one that does the voice in the beginning of Thriller by Michael Jackson, right?
No. Oh, the spooky voice?
The speech, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Vincent Price.
Oh, wow.
He's kind of long known as, like, horror movie, creepy.
Vincent Leonard Price Jr. was an American actor best known for his performances in horror films, although his career spanned other genres, including film noir, drama, mystery, thriller, and comedy. He appeared on stage, television, and radio in more than 100 films.
Yeah.
100 films. Did you know that that's Nicolas Cage's goal, is to get to 100 films?
I think we talked about that in the Holy Trinity of Nicolas Cage.
One of our most famous episodes.
Absolutely.
So working with Vincent was an honor, really. I called him. I told him what I needed, and he said he was a big fan, and it was just what a thrill.
Okay.
What else you got?
How excited were you when they did the art exhibit at the LACMA of all of your work? Did you actually go see it?
Yeah, I curated it myself, so I decided where the things would go, and staged it myself with my team.
Okay.
And Danny and I decided to go hum a couple tunes.
Yep.
And,
I see.
Yeah, it was good.
I've heard that Danny Elfman actually was the voice of Jack Skellington. Is that true?
There's the internet for that. So I'm not going to say yes, but I'm not going to say no.
He was the singing voice.
Indeed,
he was.
I know we haven't taken off yet, but
yeah, we're still on the ground.
This flight, this is the shortest flight in the world, and it will be over in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. So I should get to my good question?
Yep.
Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I'm not in a hurry here, but
okay. Gosh, I don't know. I have so many questions. I don't even know.
Tell me a little bit about yourself, Misty. What do you do for a living?
I sit at home and watch Tim Burton movies right now because we're in the middle of a pandemic. And
that's unfortunate. I'm looking for a host of a pop culture show that airs daily.
Amazingly enough, I also do that.
Oh,
right.
How convenient.
Right.
I'm a big fan, actually.
Right.
What if you did sit on a plane next to someone that you like, and they're like, "Oh my God, are you Misty?"
I would be really excited. I think it'd be really funny. You say that LAX is like a hotbed of running into people.
Oh, sure.
You always see people at LAX. There are only two people in my, really long time of living here in Los Angeles that I've actually approached at LAX.
Yeah, I think you told me about one of them.
One of them is the guy that played Debo in the movie Friday. The really, really, really tall guy with the wonky eyes.
Yeah.
That's like the bad guy in Friday.
Mm-hmm.
I was so odd. I was just like, oh my God, you were in Friday. And he was like, oh, was. Because he has a super deep voice.
Tom Lister Jr.
Okay. I don't even know. I still to this day don't know his real name. I was like, I used to get high in college and watch you every day. He's like, I hear that a lot. I was like, it's nice to meet you. And he walked away.
I only see celebrities at LAX when I'm filming at LAX.
Oh, but mine are obviously when I'm leaving on tours and things like that.
What's Vince?
Vinny Chase?
No.
Maharaj?
Nope. It's his real name. Big, tall guy.
Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn. Saw Vince Vaughn.
He's an interesting fellow.
Yep. And I saw one of the kids from Harold and Kumar.
Oh, that's amazing.
But I knew his real name at the time, and he was going up the escalator, and I was like, what up?
Harold and Kumar?
Harold and Kumar. And he turned around, I was like,
I saw the other person that I spoke to was Leah Thompson.
oh, man, we don't have time for me to tell you about the time I met Tim Burton.
Do you know who Leah Thompson is?
I do. Back to the Future Mom.
I walked up to her and I was like, I never talked to anyone in the airport, but you were my favorite movie as a kid. She was like, oh, Back to the Future. I get that a lot. I was like, no, Space Camp.
Didn't you tell this during Space Week?
No, I told you outside one day taking a break.
Wow.
I said Space Camp. She was like, Space Camp?
Sit down.
Sit down. Please have a seat.
That's funny.
Yeah. Well, that's our Tim Burton dive. I'm glad that I got to talk to Tim Burton on an airplane.
Well, I'm glad.
That was super fun.
Yeah. Well, maybe when we land, we can grab a cocktail or hang out or something.
I would enjoy that, Tim.
Yeah.
Very much.
Thank you, Misty. It's an honor to meet a podcaster like yourself.
It's an honor to meet a Jack Skellington like yourself.
I think I'm going to create a character based on your essence and make a...
like The Corpse Bride?
Make a new film.
I would like that very much.
And just call it Misty and Ike Ruin the Internet.
Perfect.
All right, folks, as long as it's not New Year's Eve.
It's Halloween.
It's Halloween. We'll see you tomorrow.